Okay, so let's continue on with this one. The first word we have is kamaya, right? Kamaya, kamaya, and it means cheerfulness or it's something to be excited. Kamaya, don't forget that it has a glottal stop at the end. Is that first word? Kamaya or maya. Cheerfulness, excited. Other related words to this would be like lipay and stuff like that. You know, you're happy. But this state kamaya or maya just means a state of excited and cheerfulness. You know, you're filled with joy. You're not necessarily, well, you are happy, but you're like beyond happy. Okay, that you, let's say that you passed an exam, or you waited for something to happen for so long that you really wanted, you anticipated, and it happened, and you're really excited that it did, etc. The next word we have is sulagma. Okay, like maya, there's that glottal stop at the end. Sulagma, and it's an unexpected coincidence, right? So it's something that happened out of a coincidence, but you weren't expecting it. It just happened out of nowhere, and ooh, wow, it happened out of nowhere, unexpectedly. You weren't expecting something, so it was an unexpected coincidence. Bisperas or bisperasa, often it's going to be bisperasa if it's going to be used with like a holiday or an event or something, right? But it's the day before an actual event or a holiday. Okay, so for example, I hear this one a lot for like Christmas or New Year time, right? Bisperas sa Pasko, or bisperas sa Bagong Tuig, bisperas sa Noche Buena, bisperas sa Adlaw na Tauhan, or something like that, right? Like it can be either the day before an event, like a birthday or a party, the day before a fiesta, the day before a holiday, stuff like that. It's just the day before, which marks the special day, a day of preparations, a day of, maybe you have to go out and shop and just preparing for the big day the following day. Kulot, curly, mungaan. Okay, mungaan is a hen. Huyab, to yawn. You're yawning because you're tired, right? Sunol, rooster. Taladman is tadmanan, or a set of rules or instructions to follow. Okay, so taladman, it's kind of like instructions for you to follow. Let's say that you bought something, you have the instructions to build it. Boom, it's kind of like that. Or a set of rules for this house you have to follow, a set of laws you have to follow. It can be like that. Tinabuan. Okay, so tinabuan is a souvenir, right? Many Filipinos will say pasalubong, but the Cebuano word is tinabuan. Okay, tinabuan. Karahay is a frying pan or a skillet, which similarly is like kalaha. Okay, kalaha. But karahay is more of a bigger kind of frying pan or a skillet. Kalaha is also the same thing, but it has a deeper it's more with the depth of it, the depth of the skillet. Okay, so you can use it to fry, but it's more like, I guess, like a saucepan or something like that you can use to fry. Anyway, they're similar. When in doubt, when you use them, use kalaha, okay, when in doubt. Or you can use karahay. People will still understand you. Kahigayun, okay, so kahigayunan is oportunidad, right? The root word here is higayon, right? The chance or the opportunity. For example, when someone says pila ka higayon or nga blah 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 blah, like how many times have blah 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 blah, how many, all that stuff. Buhi og laing tao means to adopt, raise, or care for somebody. You're adopting someone, you're raising that person, you're fostering that person. Okay. Laktod. Laktod means to be direct or to be straight to the point about something. You're frank about something. Okay, you're frank and you're direct. You're just blunt. We get laktaran from this, which is shortcut, right? Laktaran. It's just directly to something, right? Lubos. Okay, lubos means to tie something tight, or the tightness of something. So when you tie something, it measures that tightness of it. Okay, and it's the quality of the tightness. So when you tie something tight, make sure it's tightened, right? Lubos. Ilibos ni mo. So tighten it, right? When you're tying a piece of string or something like that, make sure you just tighten that like really good. if it's referring to the tightness of it as a noun instead of a verb, it's referring to the tightness of something that was tied. So if you had a piece of rope or string that was tied, you can describe the tightness of it. How tight is it, or how loose is it? Dili lubos or lubos, right? Not tight or tight, right? Okay, next one is nibutho. Okay, nibutho. And it means to emerge or to come out or to appear out of nowhere. So something that just came or just appears suddenly out of nowhere. It's like all of a sudden this happened suddenly. You weren't expecting it, right? And you can use sulagma to help you express butho, right? Like, ooh, it just came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. Something like that, right? Nibutho. Almost done here. So, kasinatian, right? Kasinatian meaning knowledge or experience with something. You have the knowledge or the experience to do something, right? Oh, I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the experience to cook. I don't have the knowledge to cook. Oh, I gained the experience and the knowledge to do this and that, right? So it's like a skill set or something like that to know how to do something. You have the knowledge and experience, or you don't, right? Kasinatian. Dilaab meaning to be ablaze, right? Or to flare up into flames, right? So when something is on fire, yeah, it's burning, but when it starts to burst into flames or to be more ablazed, right? When it becomes into a rapid wildfire or something like that, dilaab is a much more appropriate term to use when describing the kind or the severity of the progress of the fire. Alimyon, humot sa simhot, right? Humot og simhot. So something that smelled really sweet and nice, like, ooh, it's a really sweet and attractive smell. Alimyon, it's, oh, just sweet smell, like the fruits or something that's just pleasing to smell. It's not really a bad smell. Dili baho, apan alimyon ang simhot nako, right? It wasn't smelly what I smelled, but it was sweet, okay? And the last one we have is hinagauhao, and hinagauhao is the same thing as hunghong. Hunghong. We know that hunghong means to whisper. But hinagauhao, though, even though it can be the same thing as hunghong, it's more described as a manner of speaking where it's inaudible speech. You're talking something inaudibly that no one else around you can hear. You're whispering. You're talking in a very, 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 very low voice, and you're trying to convey a message to someone, but it's at a very low voice, almost like you're whispering or inaudible talking. Okay, it's a state of talking in that way. All right, and that wraps it up for this video.